Are you feeling a bit heavier than you used to be? Not just in your body, but in your spirit. Do you sometimes wake up with a quiet sense of obligation or regret, rather than the boundless freedom you thought retirement might bring many of us? Once we reach our mid-60s and beyond, find ourselves carrying burdens we picked up decades ago, without even realizing it. These aren't physical weights. They're invisible emotional and mental baggage that can truly dim the vibrant years meant for joy and exploration. It's a painful reality that for all the wisdom and experience we accumulate, we often cling to habits and mindsets that actively hold us back from truly living. But what if the secret to a happier, longer life wasn't about adding more to your plate, but rather gracefully letting go? What if true liberation in your later years came from shedding the very things that silently chip away at your peace and energy? In this video, we're going to explore 4 significant things you absolutely should consider letting go of after 65 to unlock a more joyful, peaceful, and surprisingly, a longer life. It's about creating space for what truly matters, for the adventures and quiet moments that define your golden years. Watch to the end for something that will surprise you. Let's begin with the first thing that often weighs heavily on our hearts and minds as we navigate life after 65: the overwhelming need to please everyone and the accompanying guilt we feel when we say no. For much of our lives, we've been conditioned to be agreeable, to be helpful, to put others' needs before our own. Whether it was raising families, excelling in careers, or simply being a good neighbor, we often said yes to things we didn't truly have the time or energy for, all to avoid disappointing someone or to maintain a certain image. This habit, deeply ingrained over decades, can become an immense burden as we age, paradoxically preventing us from enjoying the very freedom we've worked so hard to earn. Think about it. A well-meaning relative asks you to babysit for the 5th time this month when you had plans for a quiet afternoon reading. A friend expects you to host a large gathering, even though you're feeling under the weather. A community group you're part of keeps assigning you tasks that exhaust you. Each yes that comes from obligation rather than genuine desire chips away at your personal time, your energy levels, and ultimately, your inner peace. It leads to resentment, exhaustion, and a feeling that your days are still not entirely your own. The truth is, after 65, your priority should shift squarely to your own well-being and happiness. This isn't selfish. It's essential for your longevity and quality of life. Learning to say no graciously, or even just firmly, is one of the most liberating acts you can perform. It's not about being unhelpful or uncaring. It's about setting healthy boundaries that protect your most precious resources: your time, your energy, and your peace of mind. Imagine the difference it would make if you truly felt empowered to decline an invitation without a lengthy explanation. Or to say, "I'm sorry, I'm not able to commit to that right now," without feeling a pang of guilt. It might feel uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to being the go-to person. But those who truly care about you will understand and respect your boundaries. They want you to be happy, not endlessly available. Start small. Practice saying no to minor requests that don't genuinely align with your priorities. Instead of a flat no, you could offer alternatives if you wish. Like, "I can't do that this week, but I could help next Tuesday." Or, "I'm not able to contribute to the bake sale, but I'd be happy to donate to the cause." This softens the refusal while still protecting your boundary. More importantly, begin to recognize the feeling of obligation versus genuine willingness. When you feel that familiar tightening in your chest, or the immediate thought of, "Oh, I really don't want to do that," that's your cue to pause. Give yourself permission to prioritize your own needs. This might mean dedicating specific days to personal hobbies, making sure you have ample time for rest, or simply choosing to do nothing at all without feeling the need to justify it. When you release the burden of constantly trying to please everyone, you reclaim control over your time and energy, allowing you to invest it in activities that truly bring you joy, relaxation, and a deeper sense of fulfillment. This shift isn't just about reducing stress. It's about honoring yourself. And that self-respect ripples outward, improving all your relationships and even your physical health. When you are less stressed and more content, your body responds positively, contributing to a longer, healthier life. Now that we've discussed the liberation that comes from letting go of the need to please everyone, let's explore another significant burden many of us carry, one that often silently gnaws at our happiness. Moving on from the liberating power of saying no, the second immense burden we need to gracefully let go of after 65 is dwelling on past regrets and the endless what-ifs. How many times have you found yourself replaying a moment from years, even decades ago, a decision you wish you'd made differently, a word you wish you hadn't said, a path you didn't take? We all have these memories, little pockets of if only that can steal our joy in the present moment. Perhaps you regret not pursuing a certain career, not spending more time with a loved one, or making a financial choice that didn't pan out. While it's natural to reflect on our lives, getting stuck in a loop of regret is incredibly detrimental to our peace and well-being. It's like trying to drive forward while constantly looking in the rearview mirror. You're bound to miss the beauty of the road ahead. After 65, every moment truly becomes more precious. Spending that precious time reliving old sorrows or imagining alternate realities is a profound waste of the present. These regrets are unchangeable aspects of history, and holding on to them serves no constructive purpose. They only breed bitterness, sadness, and a sense of lost opportunity, which can drain your energy and prevent you from engaging fully with the life you have right now. To truly let go of past regrets, it often requires a twofold approach: acceptance and forgiveness. First, accept that every choice you've made, every path you've taken, has led you to this exact moment. Your life, with all its triumphs and missteps, has shaped the unique, wise individual you are today. Without those experiences, you wouldn't possess the perspective and resilience you've gained. Second, practice forgiveness, not just of others, but especially of yourself. We are all human. We all make mistakes, and we all navigate life with the best information and understanding we have at any given time. Forgive your past self for not knowing what you know now. Forgive circumstances that were beyond your control. When a regretful thought surfaces, acknowledge it gently, but then consciously redirect your attention to something positive in your present. Perhaps it's a beautiful view outside your window, the taste of your morning coffee, or a planned activity for the day. You might even find it helpful to consciously reframe a regret as a lesson. What did that experience teach you? How did it help you grow? By extracting the wisdom from the past without clinging to its pain, you transform a burden into a building block. This practice isn't about forgetting. It's about releasing the emotional grip the past has on your present, opening up space for joy, gratitude, and new experiences. This brings us seamlessly to our third point. Another common internal struggle that can profoundly impact our happiness and longevity: the fear of aging and an unhealthy obsession with youthfulness. This brings us to the third crucial thing to release after 65, the fear of aging itself and any lingering obsession with maintaining an image of youthfulness. In a society that often glorifies youth and subtly devalues older age, it's easy to internalize the message that aging is something to fight against, to conceal, or even to be ashamed of. We see endless advertisements for anti-aging creams, cosmetic procedures, and remedies promising to turn back the clock. While it's natural to want to look and feel your best, when this desire morphs into a fear of wrinkles, gray hair, or the natural slowing of the body, it becomes a cage rather than a healthy pursuit. This fear can manifest as anxiety about declining health, a reluctance to embrace new experiences because of perceived limitations, or a constant comparison to your younger self or to others who appear more youthful. This internal battle against the inevitable process of life drains enormous amounts of energy and mental real estate. It makes us miss the profound beauty and unique advantages that come with this stage of life. When you are constantly focused on what you are losing, whether it's speed, memory, or youthful looks, you fail to see what you are gaining: wisdom, perspective, freedom from many earlier pressures, and the deep satisfaction of a life lived. This constant striving to defy nature is not only exhausting, but can also lead to a perpetual state of dissatisfaction, as the goal of never aging is, by definition, unattainable. Letting go of the fear of aging means embracing the present moment and finding joy in the current chapter of your life. Rather than yearning for a previous one, it's about shifting your focus from external appearances to internal well-being. Instead of lamenting a new wrinkle, celebrate the stories those lines tell. Instead of focusing on what your body can't do anymore, appreciate what it can do and nurture it with kindness. This might mean prioritizing activities that bring you genuine physical comfort and mental stimulation, like gentle walks, gardening, reading, or connecting with loved ones, rather than pushing yourself into activities that solely aim to look younger. It also involves cultivating a mindset of gratitude for each new day and the unique experiences it brings. Recognize that wisdom, empathy, and a deeper understanding of life are incredible gifts that come with age. And these are far more valuable than a wrinkle-free forehead. Embrace the changes, adapt with grace, and find strength in your resilience. This acceptance is incredibly liberating. When you stop fighting the natural flow of life, you free up immense energy that can be channeled into pursuing passions, building deeper relationships, and truly savoring your life's journey. This internal peace contributes significantly to overall health and well-being, paving the way for a truly happier and potentially longer life. Now, let's consider the final, yet equally important, burden that many of us carry, often without fully realizing its weight. Now, for the fourth and final thing we should truly consider letting go of after 65 to foster a happier, longer life: clutter and excess possessions, both physical and emotional. Think about the physical spaces around you, your home, your closets, your garage. Over a lifetime, we accumulate so much stuff: souvenirs from trips, gifts we never used, clothes we might fit into someday, boxes of old papers, and heirlooms passed down. While some items hold cherished memories, a vast majority of our possessions become nothing more than clutter. This physical clutter isn't just unsightly, it's a silent energy drain. It demands our time for organizing, cleaning, and maintaining. It can create stress and anxiety, make our living spaces feel restrictive rather than expansive, and literally weigh us down. Imagine the mental space and freedom you could gain if your surroundings were simpler, more organized, and filled only with things that truly serve a purpose or bring you joy. When you have too much stuff, it's harder to find what you need, harder to move freely, and it can even contribute to feelings of being overwhelmed or stuck. But beyond the physical, there's also emotional and mental clutter. This includes holding on to old grudges, maintaining strained or unfulfilling relationships out of habit or obligation, or clinging to outdated beliefs and perspectives that no longer serve you. Just as physical clutter takes up space in your home, emotional clutter takes up precious space in your mind and heart, blocking new positive experiences from entering. A simmering resentment towards someone from years ago, a relationship that drains your energy more than it uplifts you, or a rigid belief system that prevents you from understanding new ideas. These are all forms of clutter that prevent you from living fully in the present and embracing joy. Let's be clear, this isn't about becoming a minimalist overnight or cutting everyone out of your life. It's about intentionality. It's about looking at what surrounds you and what occupies your thoughts and asking, does this truly add value to my life right now? Does it bring me joy or peace? Or is it holding me back? Start with your physical space. Begin with one drawer, one shelf, or one closet. Pull everything out and be ruthless, yet kind, with yourself. Ask, have I used this in the last year? Does it make me smile? Is it truly necessary? If not, let it go. Donate it, give it away, or discard it. The feeling of lightness that comes from decluttering a physical space is incredibly invigorating. It's like clearing a path for fresh energy to flow. As for emotional clutter, this requires self-reflection. Are there old hurts you're still carrying? Can you find it in your heart to forgive? Even if it's just for your own peace. Are there relationships that consistently leave you feeling drained rather than uplifted? It might be time to create some gentle distance or have an honest conversation. Are there outdated views you cling to that stop you from learning or connecting with new people? Be open to new ideas and perspectives. Letting go of this mental and emotional baggage creates a profound sense of inner peace and freedom, opening up space for new connections, fresh ideas, and a lighter, more vibrant outlook on life. So, we've explored 4 powerful things to release after 65: the constant need to please everyone, the heavy burden of past regrets, the limiting fear of aging, and the pervasive weight of physical and emotional clutter. Each of these, when held onto, can quietly diminish our joy, drain our energy, and even impact our physical health. But by consciously and gently letting go, you create immense space for peace, purpose, and profound happiness in these golden years. Remember, this isn't about grand gestures or overnight transformations. It's about small, consistent choices to honor yourself and prioritize your well-being. Each time you say no to an obligation that doesn't serve you, you reclaim your time. Each time you release a past regret, you free your mind for the present. Each time you embrace the wisdom of your age, you find new strength. And each item you declutter or emotional burden you shed, you lighten your load, making room for more joy. These aren't just suggestions. They are pathways to a life that truly flourishes in your later years. Small changes can indeed make an enormous difference to your health, your happiness, and your overall sense of fulfillment. We'd love to hear which of these points resonated most with you, or what other things you've found liberating to let go of after 65. Please share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. Your insights could inspire someone else. If this video brought you value, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more content designed to help you live your very best life at every age. Thank you for watching, and remember, your golden years are meant to be a time of unparalleled freedom and joy. Live your best life at every age.